Good evening. This is the July meeting of the Norwalk Parking Authority. And I'd like to call the meeting to order. And the first item on the agenda is roll call. So Brian, you want to run us through that?
Sure. Chairman Eric Rains.
Here.
Commissioner Judd Ailey.
Here.
President Commissioner Peter Fulham.
Here.
Commissioner Jessica Larsch.
Here.
And just make note on record that Vice Chairman Matthew Seebeck has not showed up, but when he does show, I'll make sure to note for the record.
Excellent, thank you. So the next item is the acceptance of the minutes. Does anybody have any points to discuss on the minutes? Hearing none, can we maybe have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Peter. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Judge. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Perfect, unanimous. The next agenda item is public participation. If there is anyone from the public who wishes to speak, we ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes, and please be mindful that that we would listen to your comments, and it's not necessarily a dialogue back and forth. Are there any public participants, Darlene?
There are. Roberta, you are unmuted.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Great. I'm not really sure what the update on the parking situation is going to be tonight, but anticipating that you will discuss this, I would like to read a short statement. My name is Roberta Di Bisegli. I live on Osborne Avenue and have been a resident of East Norwalk for over 20 years. I'm here tonight to advocate for a residential parking permit program in our neighborhood, something I've supported since 2017. In the past 5 years, the parking situation has grown significantly worse. On a daily basis, residents compete with commuters, restaurant patrons, and other visitors for limited street parking. Many of us come home from work or errands only to circle the block for 20 minutes or park multiple streets away. This is especially hard for older residents, families with young children, and those with mobility issues. It's not just an inconvenience, it affects our quality of life and in some cases, our safety. Our streets are packed with non-resident vehicles, including commercial trucks with combination plates and company branding. Illegal rooming houses contribute significantly to the overflow, producing far more vehicles than a legal 1 or 2 family home would. With more development on the way and many new buildings exempt from minimum off-street parking, we are approaching a tipping point. As someone without a driveway and no feasible way to create one, both my legal tenant and I rely entirely on street parking at our conforming 2-family home. My car has been sideswiped 3 times while parked on Osborne Avenue, resulting in costly repairs and stress. That stretch between Seaview and Goodrow is too narrow for 2-way traffic when both sides are fully parked, and nearby Betts and Cottage Streets face similar conditions. The situation worsens during peak hours, weekends, and events at Vets Park and the Pastime Club. Emergency vehicles and sanitation trucks have even struggled to pass through due to congestion. I strongly urge the city to establish a residential permit program that gives priority to residents on designated streets. Stamford, New Haven, and Greenwich already have successful systems that strike a balance between resident needs and visitor access. Based on the 2020 census, Norwalk and Stamford are moderately dense cities. New Haven is more dense, and Greenwich's downtown core has similar population pressure to ours. If those communities can manage parking successfully, Norwalk can too. I understand there may be concerns, but most permit programs include guest passes and visitor allowances. Many of us, including my husband and me, are willing to pay a reasonable fee to support a fair and well-managed program. We are open to phased in or low-cost approaches that make sense for the city. Please continue working towards a solution that supports the residents who live here. I would very much appreciate being included in any next steps or future discussions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're probably aware we do have legislation, we have legislation recently that gives us the ability to pursue something like this.
Yes,
And it's definitely something that we've been discussing. It's not on our agenda tonight, but there will most certainly be next steps.
thank you.
And Roberta, just to kind of jump in and just give Eric a little bit more, or give you a little bit more feedback. We appreciate the comments. It's something that we've been working on diligently, and I'm hoping to bring a operational solution to the parking authority in this, and specifically for the residents to be able to maneuver and use as a tool. So it is on my plate. It's a priority. So I'd like to get this through the finish line, and I really do appreciate you hopping on for this.
Okay, thank you for allowing me to speak my piece.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So on the reports, Brian, the repairs and improvements.
Sure. Okay. So excited to announce that the Haviland Improvement Project will commence on Monday, July 28th. This initiative marks a significant step towards enhancing safety, functionality, and aesthetics of the Haviland parking deck, ensuring a modern and user-friendly experience. Over the past 2 weeks, our team has diligently notified permit holders, local businesses, and even our transient customers through emails and hand-delivered notices. These communications detailed the project scope and provided guidance on alternative parking arrangements during the construction. As a reminder to the board and the public, the project consists of much needed structural repairs, fresh painting of fencing and the light fixtures, enhancing lighting within the covered walkthrough to Washington Street, in addition to a new stairwell to make egress easier from the top deck, and installing 2 new bike racks to the facility. Park Norwalk is dedicated to delivering a modern, safe, and welcoming parking environment. And we recognize that the construction may cause a temporary inconvenience, and sincerely appreciate everyone's patience and cooperation as we work to enhance the deck. The team, we're also added a landing page for this project on our website, and we'll have social posts going out shortly to expand our messaging as well.
And
Any
then, Brian,
questions?
just one thing, I get the updates from on the Walk Bridge project that are issued. Well, are you saying that it'll be something like that where there's a regular frequency?
We didn't have like a frequency email notification going out, but we can certainly look to do that, just maybe on progress on how the project's going. We could do that.
Yeah. I don't know the life of the project, so frequency.
It's scheduled to start next week, and most of the concrete repairs are going to be done by November. But there is parts of it that are extending kind of towards December, so we're cutting it kind of close to the winter. But GL Capasso, who is the vendor doing this, has assured us that the timeline should be good. And if something gets held up, the only thing that might get pushed a little bit is maybe the corridor, but a lot of the painting is happening soon. The concrete's the priority, and the waterproofing before it starts to get too cold.
Excellent. Okay, thank you.
Welcome. And that's it for my report out on the updates. So
Great.
Rocky, you got this?
Yes, Brian, thank you. All right.
I think Zoom updated the way that you share. It took me a second.
Yeah, I can't see it now. Oof. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, it's coming.
All right. Yep, they changed everything. Sorry
There we
about that.
go.
You're
We got
good.
it.
All right. So for the month of June, we finished strong on the revenue side and are also favorably under budget on the expense side, resulting in 277,000 fund balance for the month. The main performance in strong revenue came from the meter revenue monthly, and then violation collection and the other revenue section part of our statement, which is the advertisement revenue and the investment income. If I can go to the next slide to show you the financial package, so we have all understanding of it. So meter revenue for the month, meter revenue, monthly revenue, and parking violation were over budget for the month, resulting in a 6.6% in increased revenue. On the other revenue section part of it is the advertising revenue and the investment income that throw us over budget for the month. The saving on the expense side came mainly operation came almost on a little over budget for the month. But on a city administered expense side, we throughout towards the end of the year, the city sends us the actual expenses for the city administered, and that gave us a good boost saving for the overall, and that's how we resulted on 277 in fund balance.
Surak, can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Chairman.
Where does the revenue from the parking lot next to where the YMCA was, where does that get logged?
That gets reported on the monthly revenue section, and that is why we've been over budget for the entire year, because that was unbudgeted revenue that was coming in. So that gets reported under monthly revenue section.
So do we know the life of that project?
From our last discussion that we have with the construction guy, they think that they should be done by end of August or mid-September. Brian, correct me if I'm wrong on stating that.
They're saying by September, but we believe it'll be towards October, end of October at the fastest. I am working on some alternative ideas on that. The contractor is going to rebuild the lot there because they really, due to the construction that they did there, it's understandable what happened, but they're going to do what's right and make it and do right by it.
So two things, when that revenue stops, are there ripples that will reverse any of our current trends?
We expect we're going to get some of the residential components parking in our parking lots, Sherman, and also the commercial piece of it that's going to be on the first floor of the building. We believe that we're going to capture some of that revenue into the YMCA lot.
And right now the operation is timed. It's permits, but also a timed regulation there. What I've been working on, what Jim and I have been working on, is seeing how we can see when the building is built. We have a supplemental parking for the businesses around on West Avenue to bring maybe a recommendation on doing different regulations there. But we're just not there. We're not there yet to present to the board.
So when the lot gets sort of turned back over to us, I think there's a pay station over there already, right?
No, it's a non-transient.
Okay.
It's a non-transient lot. It's still in our control. It's just a big portion of it rented out to the developer. And it's a 4-hour regulation, right, Rocky?
Correct. 4 hours.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour time regulation. So if you wanted to park there, you could park there for 4 hours a day.
Do we need to pre-order anything so when they are gone, we'll have what we need?
I don't think so. I think we're good. I think if we move that to a transient paid lot, I think the recommendation would be to do a mobile only. there will be, we're getting a meter, we ordered those meters for West Avenue that are supposed to be delivered mid to end August. So we'll be able to, if we need to put a meter there or closer, we can do it, but there will be one on West Avenue.
Okay. All right, great, thank you.
Barack, if I could just ask a question?
Sure.
So I guess the revenue really jumped up in part to the parking violations. So, and that was is that the construction zone you're talking about right there?
Yes, the parking violation for the month is jumped higher, and this is mainly the construction tickets that are the construction area violations that are given, and the value also increased. The value per ticket increase, and that is mainly because the tickets that are given for no parking or occupying more than one space are $60 fine. So that justifies the actual value of the ticket is higher, and most of the tickets are being issued in that construction area, Orchard Street, Merwin, and Maple Street.
So but there's no pay station there, huh? So they have to pay by cell or?
Their
That-
permits, their permit parkers in the lot. This is, the violations are being written on the street that the development's around. So the construction workers are parking on, I forget that road that's right next to, oh my God, I'm so bad with road names.
Or-
Go ahead.
Orchard, Merwin, Maple Street.
Yeah,
They're
Maple.
parking in
Yeah.
there, no parking zones, occupying commercial vehicles, occupying 2-3 spaces. Those are the type of violations that are being given for those.
I'm just curious, do the individuals pay for those themselves? Does the construction company pay that? I'm just curious.
Individuals, if they're staying within the 3-hour time limit, they pay themselves. But for the parking lot on a YMCA lot, the construction company pays for their parking. But
Yeah, I'm just specifically asking about the violations. I guess they would pay for them themselves, I guess,
Oh, that is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
if it's a violation.
Yeah, the developer has been very good with us in communicating our messaging to their workers that they can't park in these areas or park on a sidewalk or take 2 spaces, park next to a fire hydrant. They have solutions that they're just not, it's just obvious they're taking the risk, but they are paying for them.
So even though they're told, the individuals are in violation and they get a ticket. That's okay.
That is correct. Commissioner Ali, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, thank you. How many spots would we have there after construction is done?
50, yeah.
In the parking lot?
Yeah, in the YMCA lot, as we seem to be calling it.
Around 50, 55 spaces.
Okay, it seems to me it would make sense to have a pay station there.
Great.
But Brian, you and Jim are working on a scenario that you'll review with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so John, maybe it'll be part
It
of that.
incorporates EV chargers, also ways to change the regulation. And then if there is a need, maybe there is Commissioner Ailey, I agree with you. Maybe there is a need for a pay station, and we did order an extra pay station for these contingencies.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it there. Not everyone is going to have Park Mobiles, especially if they're coming up from Florida or someplace like that. And,
Mhm.
We want to make our revenue from parking fees, not tickets. So
Sure, of course.
I'd really like to see it there.
Can I second that, Judge?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
And if there's no question, also, since this is the end of the fiscal year, just wanted to touch on a year-to-date basis. We finished a little 2.3% over budget for in parking revenue, and on a budget of 6.7 million. Having that 2.3 miss in budget is really a tight and good operation, especially looking at the transient revenue being on budget, just missing it by $1,000 for the full fiscal year. That is something that team has worked together with your guidance, and I just wanted to bring it up to the meeting for today.
Thank you.
That's good work. Thank you
Thank you.
for keeping that in line.
And on the variance section, we have two revenue line items that we want to we want to highlight. The parking violation, as we talked earlier. Majority of the violation being given in around the construction area. That's why it's a little over, but 29% over budget. Marketing and advertising is over budget for the month, and that is because the advertising revenue just hitting 1 month. And if you look at it on year-to-date basis, it is as budgeted, around budgeted amount. For the coming fiscal year, we've corrected this. Instead of recognizing this on a monthly basis, we budgeted to hit around May, June, so we don't create that variance for month to month. On the expense side of it, signage expense is over budget for the month, and that is due to the signage expense that we collected from the Maritime Garage overhead entrance, that we've collected the insurance revenue and the insurance payment and put it in the this fiscal year. So we want to make sure that that fund gets translated for the coming month. For the coming fiscal year.
Just to give a little context, a truck backed into the street sign, the Maritime overhead sign on Marshall Street, and this is the money that we received for the claim that we're going to use to address and fix the sign in the next couple months. I'm hoping to get it done by September.
Yeah, and then also on this one, I want to make I want to apologize on this signage expense. The numbers are not for the month are not accurate, and I will make the correction. The actual expense for the signage is 23,800, not 259,000, and the budget for the month was 4,166. So it is my mistake. I apologize, and I will send a revised report to Maritza. On the security expense line item, we are under budget for the month, and that is due to the alarm invoice for the month that has not been received yet. So we might have a minor increase on the coming month expense line item on the security expense. Marketing and communication for the month is a little bit higher than the budgeted amount, and that's due to the Snyder's Group getting more involvement in the social outreach for the East Norwalk closure, the 15 minutes free parking, and then also 50% for the Dine in Norwalk campaign payment that hit the month of June. Going on to the 15 minutes activity report for the month, we've seen a minor decline for the month in the month of June. It's a 3% decline, and that is throughout the 3 areas of the town. So we think it's the declined activity in meters is resulting for the reduction in 15-minute spaces, but we're monitoring that, and then we'll report back on our September meeting. For the rest of the report, all the supporting all the documents below are supporting for what we discussed up in the financial package. Unless if there's any question, that will be the end of my presentation. And thank you for a successful fiscal year.
Thank you.
Just one note, I'm on the Wall Street, obviously, and it's like an old story, but I still have more than half the people don't know about the free 15 minutes. I'm just making an observation. I see that. And I think after a certain point, you'll hit, the average monthly amount of people that will use free 15 minutes. I don't know what number that's going to be, but I just have so many people still don't realize it. And I know you're doing the best, and it's being done the best all the way around. I'm just making an observation and just wanted to tell you. Thanks.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks again, Sarai. Zoom really did a number on us, didn't it?
There we go. Sorry, Mike. I'm looking for the control thing. I was like, I need to unmute. I need to unmute myself. Jeez. There we go. Okay, one more. Oh man. All right. Sorry about that.
Okay, so the new business, the Yankee Doodle.
So the item before you is in reference to the Yankee Doodle Aesthetic Enhancement Project. Before we get to the request, I'd like to give a quick summary of what's been happening at the garage for the past year. I think it's good to make sure the public's aware of what's happening, and also to get Commissioner Larsch on the same page, so she's aware as well. Last year, we kicked off the repairs and improvement part of the Yankee Doodle upgrade. As you can see in these few slides, you will be reminded of how the concrete columns were cut and capped, which created a nice open environment that felt a lot more welcoming, which is one of the goals that we envisioned during the planning of this project. And here's just a wider view of both the entry and exit plaza to the facility, which really shows the openness that is a little bit more inviting to the garage. And then, we got, the cutting was just part of it, but it was a very impactful part of the project. We also sought to address the concrete repairs on the outer perimeter and facade in anticipation of the next phase of the project, which is being brought in front of you tonight. And here's just a few more pictures of the concrete and waterproofing that occurred on the perimeter of the facility. We also added some drains that helped we saw a bunch of pooling on the floors, and we're like, we wanted to address that pooling to get the water out, and it's actually been very successful. And just back at the item at hand, the bidding process for the next phase, which is the painting portion of this project, has been completed. On June 23rd, a bid opening was held, and after evaluation of the vendor and their past projects, we are recommending awarding this contract to Giliberto & Sons, LLC. This project encompasses the painting of the concrete ribs, the stairwells, and the landings. The ribs will look similar to what's pictured with the blue tones, which was selected by the community. The stairwells and landings will have unique identifying colors with large floor numbers to help customers with wayfinding within the facility. The project's also being funded by our available capital funds. I'm respectfully requesting that the parking authority votes on this item to move forward to authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute a contract agreement with Giliberto & Sons, LLC in the amount of $638,518 for project NPA 2025-02, aesthetic enhancements at Yankee Doodle Garage.
Thank you, Brian. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, Brian, how many bidders did we have this time?
So we had we've gone out to bid 3 times.
Right.
We had 3 the first time, and they came in very high. One of them came up at 6 million. And then when we went out for the painting, we had this firm bid.
So we only had the one bid.
We had one bid when we went out. When we went to rebid. Correct.
And just curious, what have they done anything similar to this, or?
Yeah, so they did. So they're New Inkton, Connecticut firm. They did the Cranberry Park Mansion, Gallagher Mansion renovation. I talked to the Parks and Rec department about that, and they said that they were very happy with their work and they would work with them again. They also did the facade of the Southern Connecticut State University Business School and the Connecticut Convention Center deck repairs.
And what's the amount on that again?
638,518.
And this is painting only, right?
Correct.
And I'm guessing it's more of a stain than a paint.
No, it is a paint that's designed for concrete application and weather resistant as well.
Okay.
Brian, I'm just curious if you're painting the ceiling on the first floor,
That's correct.
if that comes out nice and so forth, I expect it would there be any hint on maybe doing the other floors or?
Yes, we're starting with the first floor mainly because we don't want to paint the entire garage just yet, because we still need to address the concrete repairs within the garage. That's going to be a separate project on its own. And I think once that's done, it'll be safe to seal up all the penetrations that are inside, seal those up, and then paint, instead of painting it all and the paint water getting in and just messing it all up.
Okay, and the lighting's all staying the same?
For right now, yes. The next phase, so after this phase is going to be the metalwork. The concept photo that's on your screen, you'll see the cornice on the top, but there's also, I wish I had another picture, but there's also a little bit of metalwork on the bottom by the entry lanes that's identifying the enter and exit part of the facility. After the metal part, then the electrical part of the project will get put forth as well. We're doing this separately so we can manage this properly and financially plan this properly, because getting bids of 5-6 million, we're just out of hand, and we're breaking it up and getting much lower pricing.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Jessica, I saw you. Did you have a question?
I did. I had a question, but I believe somebody already asked it. The 600 and whatever $1,000 is just for the painting. It includes the repairs on the inside as well? No.
That's a totally separate project. So back in, I think it was 21, 22, the project for the aesthetic repairs came forward on, the concept of, just making the garage look a little bit more presentable than it is today.
Mhm.
And that's when the parking authority at the time and the Transportation Mobility and Parking Department held meetings with the community to vote on what it would look like, how, what concept they liked, and they worked towards that. And that's just the outside perimeter of the garage is what this project entails.
Okay, so not the waterproofing and you said there's additional waterproofing on the inside that needs to be done. That is not part of this phase of the project. Okay.
No, that will be a separate project.
Okay.
The aesthetic and improvements project is only on the outside facade of Yankee Doodle.
Okay. And do we vote on each phase of the project? You get new quotes for each phase.
Yeah, so after this phase is complete, we'll go back to bid for the second phase, which once the bid is complete, then I'll bring forward the findings to the commission on moving forward with the vendors that put the bid in.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So if there is no further discussion, is there a motion?
Sure, I'll do that. I'll make a motion to approve the contract with Gilberto and Sons of Newington, Connecticut for $638,518 for the exterior painting of the Yankee Doodle garage.
Thank you, Judd. Is there any discussion on the motion? May I have a second?
Second it.
Thank you, Jess. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, Brian, thank you.
Yeah, we should all be looking forward to this. It's a long time. It's been maybe over 3 years that this has been being planned for. Now it's time to really show the neighborhood that what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
When's the
terrific.
start date for them?
Well, I have to get through. So it's using capital funds, so I have to go through the city process with the committees and the council. Then once that's done, I'm hoping to get on the council in middle August. So they can, so purchasing can go to legal and send the contract to the vendor. So I'll have updates. I'll have the updates in our next meeting in September.
All right.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
So if there's nothing further, we could have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Peter. Second,
I'll second it.
thank you, Jess. All in favor? Great, thanks everyone, and thanks again for everyone shifting from last night to tonight. It was a big help.
No
Thank you.
problem.
Here.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night, Denny.